Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive with us.
It's great to be back.
You know, today we're going back to the late 19th century.
Okay.
To a time when the world was really grappling with the horrors of slavery.
Right?
We often hear about the Atlantic slave trade.
Yeah.
But this time we're going into a lesser known but equally horrifying chapter, the Indian Ocean slave trade.
And what's so interesting about this story is that it revolves around Oromo children.
Wow.
Whose lives were just tragically intertwined with this brutal system.
Oh, wow.
And we're going to trace their journey from Ethiopia to Arabia.
All right.
And then, surprisingly, all the way to South Africa.
So let's unpack this.
Okay.
It all begins in 1888 with a shocking discovery.
Right.
Picture this. The HMS Osprey, a British ship, is patrolling the Red Sea when it encounters 3 dhows.
Oh, okay.
Now, these are traditional Arab sailing vessels.
Yeah.
And they stop them for inspection.
Okay.
And what they find is heartbreaking. Over 200 Oromo children crammed on board, destined for slave markets in Arabia.
It's almost impossible to fathom the conditions these children endured.
Right.
Many were incredibly young.
Yeah.
Ripped away from their homes in the Oromia region of Ethiopia. Forced to travel hundreds of kilometers to the coast.
Wow.
And then packed onto these ships.
It's
a stark reminder of the cruelty that humans are capable of.
And what's even more shocking is that this wasn't an isolated incident.
Right.
While the world was moving towards abolishing the Atlantic slave trade,
Yeah.
the Indian Ocean trade continued to thrive.
Yes.
Stretching across centuries and connecting East Africa to the Middle East and India.
Exactly. And its scale is often overlooked in historical accounts.
Yeah.
It wasn't just a few isolated traders.
Right.
It was a vast network with devastating consequences.
So what happened to these children after their rescue?
Well, they were taken to Aden,
Okay.
where the Free Church of Scotland mission stepped in to provide care.
Right.
But tragically, many were in such poor health from the journey that they didn't survive.
The conditions in Aden were incredibly challenging,
They were.
especially for children who had already experienced so much trauma.
Right.
Disease was rampant, and despite the best efforts of the missionaries,
Yeah.
many succumbed to illness.
It's a testament to the harsh realities they faced even after being rescued.
And this is where the story takes an unexpected turn.
Oh.
In 1890, the surviving children were transferred to the Lovedale Institution in South Africa.
Interesting.
Kind of a surprising destination, isn't it?
Yeah, we don't usually associate South Africa with this particular chapter of history.
Right.
And that's what makes it so fascinating.
Yeah.
It highlights the complex global networks at play.
Okay.
Missionary organizations often took on a crucial role in rescuing and relocating those affected by the slave trade.
Yeah.
And their reach extended across continents.
And Lovedale wasn't just any institution.
Right?
It was renowned for its progressive approach to education,
Yes.
welcoming students from diverse backgrounds.
Yeah.
This meant that these Oromo children who had been through unimaginable hardship were entering a space that offered a chance at a new life.
Wow.
A chance to heal and grow.
Right. It's a testament to the idea that even in the darkest of times,
Yeah.
there were individuals and institutions dedicated to providing hope and opportunity.
Now, to understand what life was like for these children at Lovedale,
Okay.
we turn to the book Children of Hope.
Okay.
It offers a glimpse into their experiences, their struggles, and their triumphs. Imagine reading their own accounts.
Yeah.
Learning about how they adapted to this new environment
Right.
and excelled academically despite the trauma they carried.
It's incredible.
It's incredibly inspiring.
What's truly remarkable is that they didn't just survive, they thrived.
Wow.
They integrated with other students, formed bonds, and went on to pursue various paths as adults.
Their stories really highlight the resilience of the human spirit.
They do.
They were determined to make something of their lives despite the horrors they had endured.
Absolutely.
But of course, their paths weren't without challenges.
Absolutely. Some thrived in South Africa, becoming active members of their communities, even contributing to the future anti-apartheid movement.
Wow.
Others attempted to return to Ethiopia, but sadly, many faced further hardship and their fates remain unknown.
It's a poignant reminder that for every individual story we uncover, there are countless others lost to time.
Yeah.
And this is where the work of historians like Sandra Rowoldt Shell becomes so crucial.
Exactly. Shell's meticulous research has shed light on this forgotten chapter of history.
What she did was incredible.
It was.
She combined individual stories with quantitative data,
Right.
piecing together the origins of the children, the traders involved, and the routes they took.
It's like she took a massive puzzle and painstakingly put it together,
Yeah.
revealing the vastness and brutality of the Indian Ocean slave trade.
And that's what makes this deep dive so important.
It is.
It's about understanding the scope of this trade, the individuals caught in its web, and the ripple effects that continue to impact us today.
Absolutely.
And one of the most remarkable things about Shell's work is how she delved into the specifics,
Oh, yeah?
uncovering this captivating story
Okay.
about a teacher scandal at Lovedale,
Interesting.
all through photographs.
It's these seemingly small details that bring history to life,
Yes.
reminding us that these weren't just figures in a textbook.
Right.
They were real people
Yeah.
living real lives full
Yeah.
of complexities and contradictions.
Exactly. And while she found many group photos of the Oromo children, there was only one individual portrait she discovered.
Oh, wow.
A striking image of a young boy named Baril Boko.
And
It makes you wonder about the stories behind those faces,
it does.
both the ones we see and the countless others lost to history.
Right. And that brings us back to the Osprey's intervention.
Yeah.
Yes, it saved 204 children.
Boy.
But it's just a tiny fraction of those who were caught in the web of the Indian Ocean slave trade.
Thousands upon thousands of others likely suffered similar fates.
Yeah.
Their stories never recorded.
Sad.
Their voices silenced by history.
It's tough.
It makes you pause and consider the magnitude of this tragedy.
It's a sobering thought
Yeah.
and a reminder of the enduring legacy of the slave trade.
Right.
Even though it was officially abolished, the scars it left on individuals, communities, and entire regions continue to impact us today.
So what does this all mean for us?
Yeah, that's a great question.
What can we take away from this incredible story?
For me, it reinforces the importance of understanding history and all its messy, complicated reality.
Okay.
It's not just about memorizing dates and battles,
Right.
but about recognizing the interconnectedness of events
Yeah.
and the profound impact they have on individual lives.
It also highlights the interconnectedness of seemingly distant parts of the world.
It does.
I mean, the story of these Oromo children
Right.
links Ethiopia, Arabia, and South Africa in a way that shatters any notion that these regions existed in isolation.
Absolutely. It challenges our assumptions about geography and history,
Yeah.
revealing a global web of interactions that shaped the course of events.
And amidst the darkness and tragedy,
Mm-hmm.
there's also a powerful message of resilience
There is.
and the human capacity for hope.
Absolutely.
These children endured unimaginable hardships,
He did.
but their determination to rebuild their lives is truly awe-inspiring.
It's a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit,
Yeah.
the ability to find strength and hope even in the face of adversity.
Their story reminds us that history is not just about the past.
No,
It's about the present and the future.
it is.
By understanding the forces that shaped our world,
Yeah.
we can hopefully create a more just and equitable future.
And that's where the value of stories like this truly lies.
Yes.
They invite us to engage with the past, not just as passive observers, but as active participants in shaping a better tomorrow.
Speaking of engaging with the past, many of the children who found refuge at Lovedale left behind autobiographies,
They did.
offering firsthand accounts of their capture, their sale, and their arduous journeys.
These accounts are incredibly precious.
Yeah.
They provide a level of detail and emotional depth that we simply can't get from other sources.
Right.
To read their own words, to hear their voices echoing across time, is a truly powerful experience.
Imagine reading about a child being separated from his family at a tender age, sold to a trader,
Wow.
and then forced to march for days, weeks, even to reach the coast.
It's just,
It's a stark reminder of the human cost of this trade,
yes.
the shattered lives and broken families that were left in his wake.
And it reminds us that these weren't just statistics.
Right.
They were individuals,
Yeah.
each with their own unique story, their own dreams and aspirations, brutally cut short by this cruel system.
And what's fascinating is that Shell's research didn't stop at individual narratives.
No, it didn't.
She dug deeper, unearthing a wealth of quantitative data, meticulously documenting the origins of the children, the traders involved, and the routes they were forced to travel.
It's incredible how she was able to weave together individual stories with hard data,
Yeah,
painting a comprehensive picture of this historical system.
right.
It speaks to the power of interdisciplinary research, bringing together different perspectives to uncover a more complete understanding of the past.
It's like piecing together a complex puzzle,
Yeah.
with each fragment revealing a little bit more of the bigger picture. And in this case, the picture that emerges is one of immense suffering,
Yes.
but also of remarkable resilience.
It's a story that deserves to be told.
It does.
And thankfully, through the dedication of researchers like Shell, we're able to bring it to light.
Yeah.
And hopefully by understanding the past, we can work towards a future where such atrocities are never repeated.
So where do we go from here?
Yeah.
What can we as individuals do with this knowledge?
Well, for me, it starts with recognizing that history isn't just something that happened in the past.
Okay.
It continues to shape our present. The legacies of the slave trade, the systemic inequalities and injustices it created, are still with us today.
So it's about acknowledging that past,
It is.
learning from it, and then taking action to dismantle those systems of oppression that persist in our world.
Exactly. It's about understanding the interconnectedness of our world.
Oh,
Recognizing that injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere.
right.
And it's about using our voices and our actions to advocate for a more equitable and just future.
And this deep dive,
Yeah.
this exploration of the Oromo children's journey is just one small piece of that larger puzzle.
It is.
It's a reminder of the importance of seeking out these untold stories,
Yeah.
of amplifying the voices of those who have been marginalized and silenced.
And it's a call to action.
Yeah.
A reminder that we all have a role to play in creating a world that honors the dignity and humanity of every individual.
Really makes you think, huh?
It does.
Here's a question for you.
Okay.
What does this story reveal about the interconnectedness of these seemingly distant parts of the world?
That's a really good point.
We're talking about Ethiopia, Arabia, and South Africa,
Right.
all linked by this heartbreaking trade.
It's easy to think of historical events as isolated incidents, but the Indian Ocean slave trade was part of a much larger global system of exploitation.
Yeah.
It reminds us that history is a complex web of interconnected stories,
Right.
each one impacting the others in profound ways.
And it challenges our assumptions about the world too, doesn't it?
It does.
I mean, we tend to think of these regions as separate entities.
Yeah,
But their histories are deeply entwined.
absolutely. And by understanding those connections,
Yeah.
we can gain a much deeper understanding of the forces that have shaped our world,
Right.
the legacies that we still grapple with today.
Powerful reminder that we're all part of a shared human story,
We are.
a story that's filled with both darkness and light.
And that's what makes studying history so important. It's not just about the past. It's about understanding the present and building a better future.
Well, that was a truly fascinating deep dive.
It was.
I don't know about you, but I learned a lot today.
I did too.
It's amazing how these individual stories can illuminate broader historical trends and challenge our assumptions.
And what's so compelling about these deep dives
Yeah.
is that they leave us with more questions than answers.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And if you're as captivated by this story as we are,
Yeah,
we encourage you to explore it further.
please do.
There are some incredible resources available,
There are.
books, articles, even online archives that can help you delve deeper into the Indian Ocean slave trade and the lives of the Oromo children.
And if you're hungry for more deep dives into fascinating historical events,
Yes.
be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yes.
We have a whole library of episodes waiting for you.
We do.
Covering everything from ancient civilizations to modern social movements.
And we're constantly exploring new topics and uncovering hidden stories.
Yeah.
So there's always something new to discover.
Always.
Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey.
Thanks for having me.
And we'll see you on the next Deep Dive.